Hey guys, Zen here, and today we're back playing Rainbow Six Siege, of course, and in this video, we're speaking on the latest nerf to an operator that hasn't even been released yet, and rounding up all the biggest news recently. Now, guys, if you haven't yet, get subscribed to the channel, can always change your mind later, and let's get started.
They keep peeking this window. Got him.
But first, a quick word from our sponsor, Surfshark VPN. So, Surfshark VPN will keep you protected while you're online with its industry-leading encryption and is packed with features that help you get the most out of your experience. With clean web, you're able to surf the web without any malware or phishing disturbances, and also no ads that clutter things up. They also offer over 3,000 servers in 65 countries, so it's easy to connect to basically any region from anywhere on the map. There's an amazing new Disney film available on Disney+, and so if you're in a place where it isn't offered, you can simply choose the US region and gain instant access to the entire library using Surfshark VPN. Of course, privacy and security is vital on the internet, and Surfshark will always alert you to password leaks, hacked websites, and if there's been a data breach, so you can enjoy with confidence. And so guys, Surfshark VPN is offering an amazing deal with the link in the description of an 83% discount and 3 months free. All you've got to do is use the link at the top of the description and use code ZENVPN and get Surfshark VPN at an insane discount. So check the link to get started, and yeah guys, let's get into this one. So to begin, I've just got to get something off my chest. She won the game. So for those of you guys confused, well, I suppose most of you are a little flustered, but the 6th Invitational wrapped up in game and Team Ash took the cake. But it was Callie, the leader and CEO of Nighthaven, that actually won the game for Team Ash. And yes, she got the medal and the high fives and all that stuff, but she also got a fistful of problems from Ash, and I'm trying to come to terms with it. Now, I know it's in the past, but honestly guys, games have to be won, and sometimes you just have to do what's necessary to get it done. And I just feel like when Ash was in trouble, Callie answered the call for her and also won the entire thing. And I think Ash was a little bit salty. But it's just my opinion, guys. And I already had a bit of a meltdown over on Twitter about it, so I'm good. However, it does set the stage for what Ubisoft is calling the Rainbow Cinematic Universe, or RCU, and there is a lot more of this kind of stuff to experience. I'll just say, this isn't over, at least for Callie. And as for Ash, I guess her speed helped with that right hook. Spicy. Next up is the nerf to Flores, even before he officially enters the live game. So, Flores' new gadget is the Rotero charge, and it basically functions as a drone with an explosive charge strapped to it. For all intents and purposes, it's a mobile C4 that does a lethal amount of damage to anything that feels the blast. But Ubisoft noticed just how expansive the radius of the blast was, and they actually toned it back quite a bit, and here's the exact impact. They changed the RCE Rotero charge explosion radius damage by reducing it from 4 meters to 3 meters, and its lethal range from 2 meters to 1.5 meters. This change was designed to encourage players to develop a focused strategy when using the Rotero charge, as a smaller explosion radius requires accuracy. And finally, this change reduces the radius by only 25%. However, the surface covered by the RCE Rotero charge explosion is reduced by 50%, and the total volume of the explosion is reduced by more than 50%. And so, this is a pretty meaty nerf to Flores, at least for his new gadget, but I think it's warranted, and this is what I love about Rainbow Six Siege design. The hamster is an explosive at heart, and it juggles a lot of different uses with what it does, but one of its most important roles is to simply destroy defender utility. The fact that it's bulletproof and has to be avoided by defenders means that if it cruises up to a wall that's fortified with bandit batteries or ADS or some kind of trap, it just does away with those gadgets in one explosion. But prior to this nerf, it did feel a little easy, and it could basically wipe out each and every one of those gadgets without much of a negative, and so I think this change to the radius helps tone back its power. Of course, Mute and Mozzie are excellent counters, and the fact that Mute's radius is now much larger than the hamster's means that Flores' gadget can't get close enough to deal with a jammer. But in case Mute is absent from the lineup, it's pretty easy to cruise up to basically any given wall and deal with nearly every gadget. Now, the biggest impact is with vertical gadgets, or ones that are typically placed high, like Wamai's magnets or Kaid's Electroclaw. Previously, the Rotero could actually deal with these to some extent, and in even higher places than you may think, but now it does kind of limit him to lower hanging fruit and kind of gives him the specialty to deal with more grounded gadgets. For me, it's a win-win, because it still opens up use for both Callie and Thatcher on a wall, because they can more easily deal with higher gadgets, and it also gives more reason to bring ops like Kaid and Wamai if you really want to avoid dealing with the hamster. As it stands, I know some people want to see him lose a charge, but I think Flores is just about perfect and ready for a more widespread release, and I think he'll make a big impact on the meta in some really creative ways. Next up are a few quality of life changes that are still in testing, but I think make a huge difference in how each and every round will play out. The first is friendly electricity not affected affecting ally gadgets. So how many times has Maverick been busy opening up a hole on an electrified wall, and maybe you're just chilling there tricking out the Thermite or Ace with a Bandit or Kaid and want to get a tactical C4 kill on the preoccupied Maverick. The hole is wide enough, but the wall is electrified, and once you throw the C4, it fries before it goes through. I know for me, this happens time and time again, especially because I play a lot of Kaid, and so at least for the test server right now, this won't be the case. If you throw a C4, the wall won't fry it, and if it doesn't go through, you'll at least be able to pick it up and threaten the Maverick at the same time. This kind of thing also happens a lot with Wamai's magnets, because if you throw a magnet just a little too close to the top of an electrified wall, it fries it, and it can be literally game-changing depending on the situation. And so whether or not this makes it to the live game is still up in the air, but I do like the fact that it's at least being worked on, and so yeah, hopefully there's more updates here. Lastly is one of the smartest changes I think the devs have implemented in a while, but it has to do with the Defuser. And so with this update, if no one chooses to bring the Defuser, like during the operator selection screen, if no one picks it up, it'll default to whichever operator is most likely to plant it. Now, if you're someone who plays Ashe, it is very unlikely that you'll be the one to plant the Defuser because she's an entry fragger, and most times if an Ashe starts the round with the Defuser and goes in and trades out with a roamer, well, then the Defuser, the most important item to the attackers, is now in the possession of the defenders, and that makes it really tricky to regain control of. So instead, it'll default to an operator like Monty or Thermite and any other operator that makes more sense to have it simply because they're more likely to use it effectively, which to me is an absolutely amazing update. Dropping the Defuser at the start of a match and hoping that the right guy picks it up can ruin a round before it ever kicks off. It can also make it that no one ever picks it back up, and in the last 30 seconds of a round, you have to run back out to spawn, and of course, by then it's too late. So I'm a huge fan here. Like, it just makes a ton of sense, and I think it'll be a big help to teams who aren't as organized. Now, it does offer a little more responsibility to the guys that choose, say, a Thermite or Monty, but ultimately, it's almost always going to be better placed in their hands than a rushing Ashe or Buck. And so, moving on to our finale, there's new additions to the retail version of Rainbow Six Siege. Now, each year, Ubisoft alters up their offering a bit, and year 6 isn't much different. They say, to celebrate the launch of Rainbow Six Siege's 6th year and several upcoming announcements, we've decided to simplify access to new seasonal operators to all players. As a result, we'll no longer be selling New Year's Pass for Rainbow Six Siege. Instead, new seasonal operators will now be included in the seasonal battle pass as the first reward of the premium track. The price of the seasonal battle pass will remain the same at 1200 R6 credits, but now includes the new seasonal operator, and with this comes a change to the different editions of the game. The standard edition, only available on PC. The Rainbow Six Siege standard edition remains unchanged. It comes with access to all Rainbow Six Siege modes and maps. The deluxe edition also remains unchanged. It gives you access to all Rainbow Six Siege modes and maps alongside the operators of year 1 and 2. The operator edition is a brand new edition for Rainbow Six Siege, giving you access to all modes and maps alongside all of the 38 additional operators from year 1 to year 5. And then the Ultimate Edition. They say the Ultimate Edition is the most premium experience on Rainbow Six Siege. It will give you access to all modes and maps alongside all the 38 DLC operators from year 1 to year 5. Additionally, you'll unlock one exclusive cosmetic set per season in year 6. The Disruptor cosmetic sets will be available for Zero in year 6 season 1, Malusi in year 6 season 2, Ace in year 6 season 3, and finally Aruni in year 6 season 4. And so, because there's no years pass anymore, how you gain access to all the different content here is a bit different. I'm personally a huge fan of offering the new operator in the battle pass because I just think there's so much more value there, and of course for the same price means you essentially pay the same amount for all 100 tiers of the battle pass as well. These new additions launch on the 16th and will replace all of the previous ones. And so that'll do it for our video today, guys. We have so much content dropping for the rest of 2021 and some huge plans upcoming here. And so guys, get subscribed and turn on those notifications so you're here for everything. The support has been amazing, and so I'm doing a giveaway over on Twitter. If you guys follow me and enter into my giveaway, you could get your hands on some free credits. Remember to check out Surfshark VPN with the link down below. And with all that, guys, thanks for watching. I'm out.